I'm gonna hold off on that. Okay.
Combat log created.
Choose Revenant and you're red. Either red, purple.
Requesting updated instructions. Please refrain from rebooting me until the operation is complete.
This experimental titan can inflict massive damage. Try to evade his powerful attacks.
Yeah, there's always one over here.
Extreme caution recommended.
Doesn't look like there's anyone over there. Clear.
Especially dangerous enemy detected. Let's go here.
Where is it? I think I know. I don't care what the heck I am. It was like around here somewhere. No. Damn, it ain't even here. Alrighty, where is it? I don't need you. Okay, so let's... I don't want to ultimately do that, but where are you? What's up, Dan? How you doing, man? Do I really need that? Yeah, it's on PS4. This is what I'm playing it on. You don't notice the X, the circle, and the square button in the bottom left-hand corner? What about now? You notice the... And it's free, Daniel. That's even better.
Reminder.
Yeah, this isn't on the X-Bone. Not at all.
Scanning the device. Warning. Non-standard modifications detected.
So let's see here. Quest. Who needs to go in a daggone thing? Oh, right, duh.
Friendly object detected. Tracking movement.
Quests. Since I'm going for that role, let me switch to it. Where are you? Yeah, it's on PC and PS4. Yeah. Only those two, though. And to avoid with that, I'm gonna switch this. Let's see. The Revenant gear really isn't all that attractive beyond the real here. This could work, but nah. It's ugly gear. Stick them with...
Outer shell changed successfully.
While I'm in the midst of doing that, let me pick, There's a reason why I actually put that there, because some people might still... Oh, is this on Xbox? I'm like, There's a reason why I put that there. If I had an Xbox One, I wouldn't be playing this.
We are going to see if there are any side effects.
Couldn't give a damn about the damn prototype. That's not what I meant.
Maximum combat power reach.
That was deliberately on... was not meant to be at the same time as this other person here. Used to be in St. Louis, you know, they changed the name to the Los Angeles Rams. Yeah, they sounded better than St. Louis Rams.
Extreme caution recommended. Dangerous enemy neutralized.
They may have years ago, Dave. Just like the Coles used to be the Baltimore Colts. Before they went to Indianapolis. The Ravens used to be the Cleveland Browns. I mean, don't quote me on that. I don't really follow NFL history. I'm doing the most damage to the point where I'm turning the boss completely around at me. Ain't that something? I'm actually doing way more damage than the other, you know, Revenant. And yeah. Okay, so yeah, confirmed. It's kind of unnecessary.
Correct medical decision detected. Reminder, regular warranty maintenance required. Especially dangerous enemy detected. Details added to personal file.
Okay, blue is better than the one that I have. So I mean, for real though, I'm assuming both of you have played MMOs before, so you know that you're doing more damage than the other DPSs when the boss turns and faces you. Me, and I'm not even trying to do more damage. But I'm clearly doing more damage than the other DPS in the group. So in other words, I'm doing the tank's job. I'm doing an off, you know, what you call those, off tanks. Apparently. Which is hilarious. I'm like, I am not trying to do more damage than you, and yet I'm doing more damage than you. Crap, that's not that one, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Green is just standard. Why do I need two of those? I don't need two of those. Let's see. Let's see here. So let's see, 1, 2, I'm saying 2 here. Excluding, I'm assuming the third one is one. I'm not technically watching my stream. Yeah, technically. Clearly someone just popped in and vanished. Most of them are, you know, over range, so do I want to stick with the monk or do I want to go necromancer? Someone just popping in here, which is good. Where is it? Fuck it, I'm gonna stick with this.
Outer shell changed successfully.
The Lambert region is in danger. Terrible creatures have turned the area into a bloody feast. They ravage the settlements, slaughter the locals, and even turn them against their own kind. And all of these things are done on Narion's watch. The scoundrel should be protecting us. He is a traitor. Oh, gods. Will you please come save us?
Mission successfully completed.
I knew it. I knew our prayers would be answered. You're here to help us, right? We lost 3 men and many others were wounded. The Magi show no mercy, and there are also wild beasts.
Quest complete. Compiling status report.
Thank the gods. We're happy to have the help of the Immortals. Nerion's betrayal is tearing the Lambert Forest apart. The rebel god Nerion is trying to control the entire area and force the locals to submit to him. He has betrayed his followers, and his corrupted Templars have already seized a large part of his
now
territory.
watch the NPC's head here. Watch
Remnants
it.
of the fearsome man-tide insect army, which were defeated long ago, have crawled out of the catacombs again. They are much more dangerous than any of the Templars. I sent 3 men to scout the area. I haven't heard from them. Please, try to find them.
Quest data added to archives.
Trying to think. I would have to do that again to get something for my cryomancer.
I discovered that Nerion's statues have been protected.
Mission successfully completed. Updates downloaded. Rebooting the system. Please wait.
So, let me see here. Don't think I actually did anything for my cryomancer in there, so I could probably... no you don't. Mine. That's the only problem with some of these MMOs, you know, they be stealing kills from you. Which is okay. I mean, I'm not really in any rush.
Creatures similar to you in appearance
So,
detected.
didn't really need your help with that. Well, they do, Daniel. They really do. They do still fucking kill some you. That's how MMOs are. They still kill some you just so they can speed up their progress.
Warning.
And yet this area is a lower level than my level right now, so... No, you idiot. I meant over here.
Combat log created.
Exactly, Dave. But yet it does. Don't know. I haven't used Witch in a while. But then again, don't I already have that for the Witch? And I might as well stick with this. So this is kind of the...
Quest complete. Compiling status report.
Alright, Itchin. Stop giving me things that I don't need. I know it's just a random drop. I'd rather accept get cash for this stuff. You know, I'm gonna switch it up this far. I'm just gonna go this way. True, very true, Dave. You think they don't see no one walking up on them like this? Yeah, it's good. They are dead. You spitting acid at them. That burns through their freaking armor and their body. Yeah, that insta death. If not that, it's a slow enough. Something just told me that tank was looking at me.
Mission successfully completed.
Do not give me things I don't need. I don't need that. See, because no matter what I do, I end up getting that same thing.
Requesting updated instructions. Please refrain from rebooting me until the operation is complete.
A smart thing would be if one of your buddies gets sprayed with acid to run off. Well, it's not only that, Dave. You know, the example of Battlefront 2 is a whole bunch of people. You wanted one, they introduce, they say, oh, well, the offline campaign, you know, it's new for this game. The truth of the matter is, it's not. The original Battlefront on the Xbox had a campaign mode, or a story mode, if you will. It had one, and it wasn't too bad. It was longer than the current Battlefront's game, Battlefront 2, the campaign that is. My problem with it is I'm expecting to be able to play the entire campaign as an Imperial. That's it. Because all the other, you know, games, and including the movies, just focus on the Rebels. Focus on the Jedi, if you will, the light-sided people. Right? So here I'm expecting they announce you get to play as an Imperial. I'm like, okay. I expect to be able to play as an Imperial the entire campaign. But the issue that I see with it is it goes that way for a while, and then it turns around and resorts to predictable tactics. I'm not going to spoil it for people who, you know, haven't played it yet or haven't seen a video on it yet, but all I will say, though, is it goes from being what you expect, a very good Imperial point of view, and what you get is predictable tactics within, you know? And it's short. Really freaking short. When you play a campaign, you're expecting it to last longer than freaking 4 hours. Longer than 5, maybe longer than 6 hours. To give you an idea, Dragon Age Inquisition's story takes longer than 4 hours to complete. Longer than that. And then you expect it to be at least better than it is. I mean, this is, you know, Star Wars. You know, you want to be immersed. I mean, don't get me wrong. It looks good. It looks really good. You know, and I found that, I mean, as far as graphically, it looks good. But the issue stands is like, okay, well, this is it. If you wanted to get more out of the campaign and learn more about this canon story that's in Battlefront 2, that's canon with everything else, you have to go and read the books. But you put $60 down, $60 of, you know, cheese to get this game, and you get a lackluster story mode. Yeah, no. You know, you release the game and you focus too heavily on multiplayer, and the offline content suffers for it. Too heavily on it. And then when people are looking
Quest data added to archives
for content, good content, and a longer campaign than 5 hours at max, they don't get it, and then they feel like they were robbed. I mean, am I wrong? Because if I'm wrong, then tell me I'm wrong. But honestly, it doesn't seem that way to me. doesn't seem like I'm actually wrong with this because it doesn't make sense to me. Developers didn't, and I know now the devs of the game probably more than likely aren't all that responsible for what goes in the game. Well, I correct it. They are about, I'd say, 50% responsible, as are the publishers who put the game out there with the name on it. So in other words, Battlefront screams to me EA meddling. Otherwise, why would they, one, take out the loot boxes, but then say they might add them back in? Even if they don't say it in those many words. They're in a roundabout way saying they'll be back in the game. And how does that convince people to, oh yeah, sure, I'll buy the game now? I'm not going to bother even touching Rainbow Six Siege. I never have, and I never will. For the main fact that there is nothing that freaking interests me about it. And besides, the game that I wanted to come out from Ubisoft was canceled in order to make Siege. I'm like, what? So that other project that Ubisoft mentioned when they, revealed Rainbow Six Patriots, I forget how many years ago that was. I think it was 2014. I was stoked for it, a current gen Rainbow Six game. And like the hardcore tactical part of it. Like, what tactics are there? I mean, outside the obvious in the multiplayer maps. Really none. It's just another game that, another Call of Duty clone type of thing. In my personal opinion. I mean, I'm not trying to rant or nothing about that, but it just seems that way to me. That you paying, your hard-earned money to get a game, and what you get in the game is a whole bunch of multiplayer stuff. And honestly, that's what I saw with Battlefront. When they revealed this game at E3, oh, there will be offline story mode. I'm like, my gut was like, oh, that's good, Dan. That's good, Dan, that they won. I'm expecting to be able to, play a, not 8-hour, story mode, but a longer than 4-hour story mode. The very beginning, they got me interested. Okay, an Imperial chick that, the rebels captured, at least they thought they captured. Okay. Spoiler territory if you haven't played that part yet. It's the first, spoiler alert. That, I like it. The person who they got to be like I think she's the voice actress and the model for the character. That particular person I forget what her name is. She's fairly attractive, I gotta admit it. She's like an 8 or 9. She played the character well. I have no issue with that. Her acting with regard to Iden Versio, it was very, very good. I was impressed. But again, corporate meddling fucked with the game. So, the game it could have been is not the game it was. So, need I say more? I mean, would you agree, Dave, or am I completely, off base? Oh, is this? Turn around, it's behind you. That always got me about this game. You just gonna stand there and do nothing about it. Because that's exactly what happened. Corporate meddling. And the game suffered for it. And this has not been the first time it happened. It's happened before. With other games. A good example. MKX, Mortal Kombat X, Mortal Kombat 10. Okay, if you wanted to pay Goro and you didn't, pre-order the game, he was already locked behind locked behind a paywall. A paywall. He was already on the damn disc, and that wasn't NetherRealm's fault. That was WB Games' fault, because they were responsible for those BS practices. Oh, or you could have done like I did. Is I waited until I think it was like the deluxe edition or whatever it was called, where I got everything in the same pack. And all I did, I played one flat fee for it, and I got everything. But the issue isn't that you gotta wait for everything. The issue is that this shit's still going on. Because, people still put their money out to go get these games. Games that, when they showed them at a conference like E3, Scream, our focus on this game is going to be multiplayer. Another good example is Call of Duty. Okay. They're known to have they're known for multiplayer. That's one of the things that they're known for. But the older Call of Duties were known for what? Story and multiplayer. You can keep a balance of both and keep both crowds happy. But when you got games that are heavily multiplayer, like Siege, like, I hate to say it, Overwatch, there's really nothing that inspires or gets the people that just want to try the game and see how it is. So to cater to the audience of the casual gamers that you have, you got to put out a product there that interests both crowds, not just one. Otherwise, you're going to alienate one audience. You're going to piss off one audience and please the other half of the audience. I know you can't keep everyone happy, I know that. But you can't ignore your target audience. So you know your audience is broken down to two types of people. You got the pros, you got the casual gamers. It's those two. The pros are the ones that, you know, you got in competitions to one, hype up your game, win competitions to kind of sell your game. Then you got the casual people that are everyday people that got bills to pay and everything, and they want to spend maybe max $60 on a, you know, game. Minimum. The standard rate. They want to pay no more, no less for it. Okay. So then when you release a game and shit's missing from the game from the get-go, and you got to add that shit in later, it screams rush the fuck out the door. Didn't think about the other half of the crowd. Was just doing it to please the pro scene or to please the people who, I hate to say it, don't have lives, that have, you know, free time on their hands, just so that your game can get out the door. Prime example is Street Fighter V. Okay. Street Fighter V, when it was released, had no arcade mode, and it still doesn't. And I'm not talking about the whole arcade edition that they're adding now. This is a arcade fighting game. Now I know, Dave, you know exactly about Street Fighter. Even if you don't play the game, you know of it. It was in arcades. It has been in arcades. But yet you're going to release an arcade fighting game without that mode. You got people who paid money for this. They paid money for a complete game. And when a game gets released incomplete and you got people that shell out the money for it, what that shows. So you know, Dave, even Street Fighter 2 had what? Arcade mode. All the Street Fighters up to Street Fighter 5 had arcade mode. So really, how hard would it... yeah, it was. But here, you know, you expect there to be arcade mode in an arcade fighting game, right? It should be one of the first things you see when you start the game outside of the the main screen, the main cinematics. You know, that first scene, that screen that you see. You should expect to see arcade mode at the top of the freaking, screen. Mode select. Usually online. Well, yeah, true. I mean, fighting games aren't really known for, their story mode. They're really not. But yeah, if we're going to compare the two, which you can do, I mean, although Street Fighter's a 2D fighter and Tekken's a 3D fighter, obviously you can tell the difference between the two. But since they're both fighting games, they're both arcade fighting games. You got Capcom releasing an incomplete as hell game, and then they let people know there's going to be arcade mode coming. I'm like, coming? Why wasn't it in the game in the first place? Like why? You got an arcade game, an arcade fighter that has no arcade mode, and it was bare bones. Why don't you just say this is the pro edition meant for like esports or whatever? Yeah, it is there. It is it is, amazing. But my main gripe with it to be with you, Dan. You know, outside of the roster, being small as fuck, there was only one other Marvel vs. Capcom game that had a small roster. I forget the name of it, but there was one other one. All the other ones, you know, I'm expecting to be like Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 had a huge as fuck roster. You know, so I'm expecting to see at least minimal. You got Dante in the game. I'm expecting to see Virgil. I'm expecting to see Trish. I'm expecting to see core, you know, Capcom characters. You know, I'm expecting, you know, they just showed Venom. Just showed Venom as a Marvel character. And I'm going to be real. Both of you can look it up. I mean, I'm assuming, Dave, you remember the old 90s animated Spider-Man TV show that used to come on, what is it, Fox for Kids or whatever it was at the time? How Venom sounded? Just his sound. Okay. So my main gripe, my main gripe would I'll probably end up playing Marvel vs. Capcom at some point, Infinite at some point. But one of my main issues with it, outside of the roster, and out of the whole DLC character thing, well, yeah, true. That's true, Dave. Is that, you know, I'm expecting to see minimal, at least more of both sides there. More Capcom characters, more, you know, Marvel characters. More than what they've showed. You know, and I know there's some issues with licensing with the X-Men characters, meaning Wolverine, Gambit. But at least I'm expecting to see Magneto. At least. But then you don't see certain things in the game, and yet this is another type of fighting game. I mean, the story I liked of Infinite, MCI Infinite, I liked, and it fits, and it kind of does, kind of in a way, tying into what is it, Infinity War a little bit. Although I know this has nothing to do with it, but it feels like it does, you know.
Reminder, regular warranty maintenance required.
But I just don't like paying money for the games that I'm getting and not, you know, getting what I'm supposed to be getting. You know, no one likes that. Whichever game it was. Even Fatal Fury had a arcade mode. Shit.
Mission successfully completed.
Good thing this is waterproof. Where is he? Great frame rate drop.
Quest complete.
King of Fighters probably.
Status report.
But even King of Fighters was complete at least. All of them. King of Fighters is an old fighting game.
Quest data added to archives.
Let's see here. Long story short, releasing an incomplete game was showing 90% of multiplayer. It just told me, it just screamed. Like when I was watching the E3 coverage of Battlefront 2, and all they showed was like an hour plus session of multiplayer. It screamed to me, this game is going to be focused on multiplayer and only multiplayer. And then, lo and behold, you go and you look for, you go play, you know, Battlefront 2. story, the offline campaign is short as hell, and multiplayer is long as hell. So where was the money put in the time put? Gee, I wonder. Maybe multiplayer.
Mission successfully completed.
Which is fine. But if you're gonna do something like that, then don't put the offline content in there. Don't. Just cater it to be another daggone offline, but the offline story mode. Don't.
Look who.
Let's see, is it actually covered? Yeah. See, they fixed that. Exactly. If you're gonna put in single player, have it be full single player. Don't just a 4-hour multi. No.
Updates downloaded. Rebooting
no.
Please wait.
Either put it in and let it be complete, or don't put it in at all. Like with Rainbow Six Siege, it says it's like a completely multiplayer game. I'm fine with it being completely multiplayer, and there only being like a semi-tutorial thing. Does that mean I'm going to get it? Hell no. I ain't gonna be putting no damn money down for it. At all. I don't care what they say. Oh, we're adding in the offline multiplayer. No. I don't care what they say. I'm not gonna end up buying Rainbow Six Siege at all. I don't care what operators they add next. I could care less. They change how you play. I don't care. There is nothing for people who want to play just offline. And there's nothing that shows that they'll put you together with people of your own skill level. There's a whole bunch of issues that come along with heavy multiplayer games.
Initialize the attack protocol.
That's how I think, Dave. I figure, why don't you just put multiplayer in the game and let it be only multiplayer? There is no need for you to say there's offline, content if it's only 4 hours. That's not worth it. How does that entice me to go buy the game? Number one, how? How does that entice me to spend my hard-earned money to get this game? And people ask me all the time, Tech, why don't you get, Siege and play with us? I'm like, why? If you're not online, why am I going to be on there with some people I don't know? What's the point in there? You meant to play with friends. Now I have friends that play Tekken 7. Outside of the fact that clearly, as my name says on YouTube, I played Tekken. I played other fighting games other than Tekken. I played Virtual Fighter when it came out. I played it. Maybe not immediately when it came out, because it was in arcades too. I played Dead or Alive, the first version of it. Not when it came out, because I wasn't born yet. But it's interesting, to say the least, on how much people are omitting and refuse to acknowledge the fact that there's shit happening. Yeah, it was, Dave.
Added to archives.
And have you noticed that, even in the streams that I've done with Dead or Alive, that there are a handful of virtual fighter characters in it, excluding a few that I figured got bought up elsewhere. Now, I know Team Ninja now owes the rights to these, I think, 4? Or was it 3? You got Jackie Bryant, you got Sarah Bryant, you got Akira. No, yeah. It's 4. You got Jackie Bryant, Sarah Bryant, Akira, and Pai Chan. all from Virtual Fighter in a Team Ninja fighting game, which I'm perfectly fine with. I played Virtual Fighter. This isn't new. Okay, I know how Akira plays. I know how, Pi plays. And I remember exactly how she looks. Look back on the, what was that, crap? I think that was the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. That was the second gen of consoles. Yeah. The second gen after the first, second gen of consoles. So, when you can look at other games that are complete. Now, as far as I can remember, mind you, I haven't played Virtual Fighter in a long time. My disc still works, but I haven't played it in a long time. I can tell you for certain that Virtual Fighter had an arcade mode. Any fighting game. Heck, I think Final Fantasy had a arcade mode. Or something like it. I mean, it had it, so it just makes you think, where their mindset going? Is the market going more towards multiplayer games? And only multiplayer games? Because if that's the case, then fine, so be it. I'm not going to buy any games that are heavy on the multiplayer. Because that's not the gamer that I am.
Initiating surprise and
I don't mind multiplayer being there.
I suspect their
I
hive
don't.
must be somewhere under the ground.
I really don't. It doesn't bother me that it's there. What it bothers me is that it's there, but there's nothing for it. Like, if you got a couple minutes and you don't want to hop into a couple matches, if you just want to get through the story mode. That's what I like about Tekken 7. I mean,
successfully completed.
the story mode isn't really what I expected it to be, but it does cover a great deal of the 20 years Tekken has been out. It does. Keep in mind, I'm 27. And it came out in 1994. So,
Quest complete.
it makes you think, okay. It's just interesting the way that this market is going. People ask me, why haven't you played any other games as of late? I'm like, because I'm not interested. Not at all. Let's see here.
Kinetic gloves activated.
But you ain't gonna do nothing, you just gonna stand in the flowers and not collect them.
Combat log created. Owner identification failed.
Anyway, so you off today, Dave, or did you already go in and come home from work?
Quest data added to archives.
Frame rate drop. Oh, okay. That explains a lot. And it's funny because you got people, you know, that in Discord, I'm not going to mention them, but you know who I'm talking about. They constantly flood my DMs asking me about, you know, Gary's mod. I'm like, I'm not going to be getting at it. You can forget it. I haven't heard anything positive about it, but it hasn't been completely negative either. It's just like, I'm not going to be getting it. Gary's mod to me, I like watching others play it, like, Vanos and, his people. I don't mind watching them play because it's funny. I'm not saying it's not fun to play. I bet it is. It's just Gary's mod isn't for me. I like being able to actually pause the game if I want to.
Presence of hostile creatures
Now,
detected.
technically, this is an online game you see me playing. I can't pause it. But, however, I can go idle and just log back in afterwards. But it just baffles me that they're just gonna... I figure if someone just, you know, axe throwed a great sword like that at you, you'd be cleaved in half. You'd be dead.
Quest complete. Compiling status report. Quest data added to archives.
See, I don't kill them all. Let's see here. Giant bugs with boobs. Ugh. I'm gonna let you pick this out here, assuming that this person didn't just kill this thing.
Non-standard
Yeah,
modifications
just killed
detected.
it. I'm not gonna do anything, let it respawn.
Insufficient memory space. Archiving data.
You see that, Dave? Now watch what it does. The thing is disgusting. So no one's gonna notice that this weird looking house thing seems to move. Watch, I'm not gonna do anything. Someone eventually is gonna come by and kill it. Or attempt to. I've seen these things kill noobs in this game. I'm not a noob. Ugh. You come over here, you're gonna end up getting killed by me.
Living organism eliminated. Determining a probable killer.
Ugh. Thing is disgusting.
Switching to combat mode.
Square guys,
Mission successfully completed.
You know what they need to do is stop giving me things. It's like if I delete this, I can guarantee not too much longer from now, I'm gonna get another one. And all these people just sit here and just not collect these. That's 90. Need to kill 2 more.
Quest complete.
Or 1. That
Compiling
works.
status report.
Matter of fact, let me get that.
Analyzing system components. Efficiency 100%. Archives.
Let me cut that off and let me go. Oh boy. If I really wanted to look like them, I probably could. Matter of fact, since I all know they're all archers.
Outer shell changed. Combat efficiency
let's
unchanged.
see, archer. Be give me that ugly ass hood.
Outer shell changed successfully.
Wait, so they're just a standard.
Owner identification failed.
Yep.
Initializing attack protocols. Mission successfully completed.
Crap, every time I play a game my nose itches.
Quest complete. Compiling status report.
Fine, if I'm gonna be an archer, I might as well go 100% the whole archer thing. Where's the hunter thing now?
Regular warranty maintenance
So
required.
I got that far and got it. Can't believe that's like blue.
Outer shell changed. Combat efficiency unchanged.
So if I walk down the steps, like I know he's walking up the steps. I've done this enough to pretty much get an idea of their patterns. So that's them. Invisible arrows now, huh? I knew I saw someone over here. I'm not liking this. Where is it? That could work. But no. She was... Don't think I got that one in blue though, and white though. I know it's in here somewhere.
Outer shell changed successfully. Quest data added to archives.
I figures I gotta come all the way over here to talk to this fool. Trying to remember now. It was, where is it? Where are you? No, it wasn't that one. Was it? Is it this one? This is an ugly ass hat. This is at least the same color, at least.
Owner identification failed.
Thank the gods. I found the last statue, but it won't be easy to get there on your own. Narion's troops are all over the place. Try to destroy it. It will shatter the Nerion army's morale.
Mission successfully completed.
You You need to stop giving me things I don't need.
Threat level maximum. Updates downloaded. Rebooting the system. Please wait.
So I like the, like the fact that they're actually closing in on me. This works.
Quest complete. Compiling status report.
Just come to think of it, Dave. You get hit with a giant battle axe like that, yeah, your body's no more. Ain't no escape. I mean, an axe that fucking huge. Just, yeah. It's like as big as Soul Edge, man. Although, the one thing that kind of creeps me out about Soul Edge is that giant fucking eye. That eye that blinks, just,
Combat log created.
Ignoring me would have been in your best interest, not running towards someone with a giant axe. Oh, that's smart. Yeah, let's run to this chicken heels with a giant axe. Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. Oh, she won't kill us. Oh, no. Oh, sure. She won't kill us and wipe us out like damn roaches. Oh, no. Oh no, her eyes are glowing. Oh no, she won't kill us all. She won't eat our souls. Oh no. Excuse me. That's 88.
Requesting updated instructions. Please refrain from rebooting me until the operation is complete. Mission successfully
I mean, would you
completed.
agree, Dave, that Soul Edge is kind of creepy? Creepy looking, that is? I'm assuming Soul Edge is a he. Or could be just one of them things that doesn't have a gender. Okay, so you agree with me. It is fucking creepy as hell. But I think that's the point. You know, Soul Calibur, you know, not the first version of it out of the first game, but the icy variant. Oh, excuse me. The icy variant that talks to you and has a female voice, so I'm assuming that Soul Edge is male and Soul Calibur is female. I'm assuming that, based on what I've heard. mean, that makes the most sense. But still, that giant damned eyeball creeps me the fuck out. I mean, it does. And if you go back and watch, people use Nightmare and Soul Calibur 5, and if you watch Soul Edge briefing up, that thing blinks. It blinks like maybe every other like 2 or 3 seconds or whatever. Well, true. So yeah, that makes sense. That they really don't have genders, that it just, you know, makes sense. Soul Edge is still creepy as hell. I'm just putting it out there. It is.
Especially dangerous enemy detected.
Oh, look at that. I actually got something in the mail. No matter what I do, I always end up getting that. Oh, that was because of the thing.
Generating a 3-dimensional model of the object. Warning. Critical speed. Nearing coding melting point.
Since I'm here, I might as well go that route.
Analyzing system components. Efficiency 100%.
Let's see here.
Switching to combat mode.
Ooh, look at that. I agitated this mechanical Pegasus Rocketeer. Ooh. Bad idea running up to me.
Quest data added to archives.
If I remember correctly, I'm gonna need to eliminate the tank platoon, so before I go back down there, let me, if I remember correctly, it is up here. These are gonna be an issue. Dang, where's the other damn,
Reminder. Regular warranty maintenance required.
there we go.
Extreme caution recommended.
Our God is invincible. No immortal is a threat to him.
Updates downloaded. Rebooting the system. Please wait. Mission successfully completed. Movement efficiency increased.
Alright. Let's see, do I got enough? Boy.
Warning. High probability of contact with immortals.
Go ahead, you stupid mechanic figuring out Pegasus ain't gonna do a damn thing. No, I don't need to hear that.
Requesting updated instructions. Please refrain from rebooting me until the operation is complete.
Taco was within a range. Excuse me, sir, is this the bathroom? No? So you're walking away.
Initializing attack protocols.
No. An invisible freaking axe you get killed with.
Probability of conflict increased by 43%.
Dead scout number 1, 2.
Complete. Compiling status report.
Nah, that's not good enough either. So So far, you know, it's been you and Dan here, and there are 2 lurkers.
Requesting the serial number of the device. 97% similarity to mine noted.
You got some new people in this game. You can always tell the new ones have low levels. As far as appearance goes, the people who have been playing the game longer clearly have better looking characters. Ain't no doubt about it.
Insufficient memory space. Archiving data.
Boy, it's wearing off. So it looks like I gotta go that way. Yeah, I need to grab some because I'm just wiped.
Quest data added to archives.
Why is this thing looking at me funny?
Mission successfully completed.
You mean to tell me I gotta go back over there? Why wouldn't it just allow me to kill it the first time like I did and give me credit for it?
Activating afterburning mode.
Gonna let someone walk up in your camp and steal things from you? Wow.
Threat level maximum. Analyzing system components. Efficiency 100%.
So a floating flower can't get over a small brick wall. Where are you? Yeah, looks like I'm going to go the other way. The edge. Looks like I gotta go a long way again. I just killed this fool not too long ago. This must be his twin. Damn, missed it again. Okay, I need to focus a little bit. Tiredness sitting in.
I'm bored out of my mind. I wonder if other outposts are this quiet.
Reminder, regular warranty maintenance required.
Ignore me, stupid tank. This ain't none of your damn business.
I'm bored out of my mind.
Especially dangerous enemy detected.
I wonder if other outposts are this quiet.
Finally.
Warning, critical speed, nearing coating melting point.
Ah! Alrighty then.
Probability of this meeting was low. Initiating surprise and joy modes.
You've done a lot for the people of this land. Please take this reward. It's the very least that I can do. I want to repay your kindness.
Quest complete. Compiling status report. Outer shell changed. Combat efficiency unchanged.
Crud. You give me some coffee or whatever. Anyway, thanks for showing up, Dave, and whoever else is lurking. I appreciate it. I'll catch you guys probably sometime tomorrow. Don't know when, but sometime tomorrow, alright? Catch you guys later.